Hello everybody, welcome back to the Forgotten Horror channel. Welcome to another episode of David Dark's video Nasties. This video, I'm going to do a video that actually wasn't on the video nasty list. However, it is so iconic. It made you laugh, it made you cry, it made you cover your eyes, it made you feel every single emotion that you could. It also has one of the best transformation scenes ever committed to celluloid. And it also makes a believer in werewolves. Yep, I am talking about the absolute classic American Werewolf in London. Now, this film to me is without doubt the greatest werewolf film that's ever been made. And it's still to be surpassed in my opinion. Anyway, we'll take a look at the video cassette momentarily. But first, I just want to tell you the little quick memory attached to this thing for me. So, before the video Nasty Act came out, 1981, I was 8, I was 8. And again, I watched this with my older sister and the friends and the boyfriends. For some reason, this iconic cover, every time I went into the video shop myself and I saw this iconic cover, I always thought this was Tom Jones, the singer. I don't know. Yeah, 8, ADHD, whatever. So I thought this was Tom Jones. Anyway, this iconic cover just brings back so many memories. And the film itself brings so many memories. Because remember, all we had back those days is just these covers. We had no trailers. We had no internet, no nothing. So anyway, this is all we had to go on. And reading the back, if you could be bothered reading the back, you just look at the pictures, right? So this film holds so many memories. Anyway, so when I first watched this film with my sister and her friends, I was about 8. Anyway, watch this film. I really, I didn't know what to do, because when the film got going, and there's the likable characters, the 2 lads, they went into the pub, and half the pub sounded like my family. Stick to roads and we weren't moon. Stay clear at moors. This sounds like half my uncles, my dad and my uncles and that. So yeah, so it was like familiarity for me. Anyway, once you go out and then the attack starts happening, the first attack against Jack, I remember my sister and her friends, they were all screaming, they were all like, they're hiding their hands, because it was so visceral, because you got to like these lads already. So then my sister's boyfriends and that was like, yeah, show us more. But me being a kid at the time, I was like, I didn't know how to react. Did I think, should I be scared? Do I hide my face, or do we be like the lads and say, yeah? So I just couldn't. It was just a roller coaster of emotion. And the whole film was just like that. It had its laughs, it had its lows, it had its funny points, it had its sentimental, and it had some quite strong nudity for its time as well. So anyway, the main memory that I have of this, though, is my birthday party. Every year I'd have a birthday party, and I'd invite a couple of my school friends down, as we did in the early 80s. And my mum said to me, do you want to, because VHSs was the in thing, this was a new thing. So she said, well, do you want to rent a few friends for your friends? I said, yeah, you rent a few films for your friends? Said, yeah. Of course, me, I rent this thing. So, because there's no age certificate. It's before the Video Nasty Act and all that. No age certificate. So I rent this. So I remember sitting there, and we'd walk, my friends and their parents would walk back to my house with their parents, and they said, oh, we'll see you later. Have a good time with your ice cream and your jelly and your cake, and we'll see you later. So it come time to the viewing pleasure, and we stick this on. There you go. Put this on. And like me, my friends were mesmerized by what they saw, because they weren't watching anything like this. Their older brothers and sisters weren't showing them what I was being shown on a weekend. So again, when the attack started happening, they were sat there, they were horrified, and you could see them eating the jelly and ice cream, and they sat there going, they didn't know what to do. So they were sat there like mesmerized by it all. And then it came time for the nudity scene. So when the nudity scene come on, they were all like, oh. So they all sat closer to the TV. And then when the attack started, especially the dream sequences with the visceral killings, that they all sort of jumped back again. Needless to say, it was a memorable time, and my friends all went home traumatized. Like the mum's picking up, "Did you have a good time?" And they're all like, I think they all have PTSD. So yeah, American Werewolf in London, folks, an absolute classic film. We're gonna take another I'll look at the tape now in general, but that was the memory I have attached to American Werewolf in London. For me, it will stand forever as the greatest werewolf film. For the, I said before, the transformation scene, the gore, the characters, it just hit it right on. And to me, this is probably one of the best films ever. So let's just take a look at the video now. This is the original pre-cert, okay? Yes, this is the actual original pre-cert VHS. This is the one, this is the very copy that I purchased from the video store from 1982, 83. From my very first video shop, Reel to Reel in Newtley Willows, well, Earlstown. And this cover, as like I said before, always reminded me of Tom Jones for some reason. But yeah, the original one. You can see it's well used, well worn, but there you go, an absolute classic pose there. See, the comedy in it was hilarious as well. You know, you see the feet, and then you see him naked after he's been in the night in the wolves. And again, so it had every emotion known to man. So if you have a look up, it's in the original polygram case. So there's the tape. And it's even still got the side label on as well. I see that. That, people, would give you snowy lines on a VHS, so there'd be like a line of snow across, but it's still in very usable condition. There's no mold on it. It looks really good. There's no video shop sticker on it. Okay, but it is, or was, number 5, probably the 5th film that they bought in the video shop. Strange, but not a very old film. So that is the original UK pre-cert, original uncut American Werewolf in London. Incidentally, there's been a couple of videos of debate about what was cut out of American Werewolf in London. In my channel trailer, I've actually used a snippet of the uncut or deleted scene of where the 3 old men are killed. The werewolf rises up and goes to attack the old men. So that is on my channel trailer as well, if you care to look at that. But there you go. That is the original pre-cert VHS of the classic American Werewolf in London. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this quite entertaining. I really enjoyed making this one. And join me for another video nasty. But before you go, don't have nightmares.